God is great all the time, and all the time, God is great. It is, oh, Milo's getting in the way. It is so good to see you guys this week. Oh my gosh, I am really starting to miss everybody. I hope that this week's video finds you all continuing to do well, staying safe, staying healthy. I hope that you've had a chance to get outside because the last couple of days have been amazing. Thank goodness the snow is pretty much gone. Ow, Milo. This week we are continuing to focus on the word humility and what it means for us to be humble. So last week we talked about how we can be humble by putting others first, and I challenged you guys to find some way of putting others first one day last week. So I would love to hear how you guys did that and how it went, what you learned from that experience. So this week, we continue to talk about humility and what it means to have a spirit that's open to learning and to not knowing everything. So our Bible verse for this week is coming from Luke chapter 24, verses 13 through 35. So I would love for you guys to open up your Bibles and read that if you get a chance. But let's see how the So-and-So Show talks about humility this week and how they tell the story. So let's check it out.
Hey, John, have you seen my... Wake up, John! John, wait. Why are your pants on your head?
Why aren't your pants on your head?
My name is John.
And I'm Brandon.
And we'll see you next time on the So-and-So Show.
That's right. Today we're... Wait, what? What? Why are the credits... What's going on? These credits usually come at the end of the show?
Feel like we really learned a lot today, buddy.
We have? No, we just started. Why are you...
Hey, what's your answer to the question of the day, Brandon?
No, we haven't even revealed the question.
The question of the day is, what have you discovered about God that surprised you?
Don't give it away. No, what about Kellen, the Bible story, and all that stuff?
Oh. Reveal the question!
What is happening, John? Everything is moving backwards. The show usually happens in the other direction.
I don't know that, Brandon. But I do know this. There's nothing better than a hot and fresh apple pie.
Okay, I don't know how or why, but for some reason the show is upside down right now. Everything is moving backwards. See, normally we'd start the show, maybe have a guest we talk to for a while, and then someone would say, it's Bible story time with Kellen.
Can one of you please explain what's happening?
Is everything moving backwards for you too?
Yes. Just look at the So-and-So Show players.
You see
what I mean?
Oh man, it's worse than I thought.
Yeah, do you have any advice?
No. But I do have an idea.
Do you think that'll work?
I don't know. Let's see.
Alert! Great!
What's our story today, Kellen?
Our story today was written down by a guy named Luke in a book we now call Luke. He wrote about two followers of Jesus who were walking on the road to a village called Emmaus.
I woke up this morning and for a moment I was happy. I'd forgotten about all the things that had happened. But then I remembered.
I can't believe he's gone.
I don't even know what to do now. My whole world is turned upside down.
As they were walking, a man they didn't recognize came up and walked alongside them.
What's up?
Hello.
What are you talking about as you walk along?
You know, just all the stuff that's been going on in Jerusalem with Jesus. Are you the only person visiting Jerusalem who doesn't know about the things that have happened these last few days?
What things?
About Jesus of Nazareth.
He was a prophet.
He was powerful in everything he said and did.
We really thought he would be the one to set our people free.
But then our rulers had him arrested and sentenced to die.
They nailed him to a cross.
And now it's the third day since he died.
But then
Then what?
we were told that our friends went to Jesus' tomb and it was empty.
Somebody must have stolen the body.
Mary and the others said that there were angels.
I know, but...
the angels said that Jesus was still alive.
We really want to believe it's true. But how could it be?
They walked on, still very confused and sad. They had no idea that the man walking with them was actually Jesus himself.
How foolish both of you are.
Excuse me?
How long it takes you to believe what the prophets said? Didn't the Messiah have to suffer these things and then receive his glory?
I mean, I guess.
We're a little rusty on what the prophet said.
Then, Jesus explained everything that was said about himself in Scripture, rewinding all the way back to Moses and the prophets. It was like God had planned for this all along.
Wow, it makes so much sense now.
You sure know a lot about Jesus.
Yeah. Here we are. Oh, wait. Do you have to keep walking? I have so much more to ask.
It's getting dark. You could stay the night with us.
Join us for dinner at least.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
super. I make great bread.
So the man they thought was a stranger, but really was Jesus, joined them for dinner. And when Jesus gave thanks and broke bread, they finally recognized him.
No way! It's Jesus.
But then Jesus disappeared from their sight.
Did you? Was he?
I did, and he was.
I knew there was something special about him.
The way he taught us about the prophets and Moses, we were so excited on the road,
we
weren't we?
have to go back to Jerusalem and tell everyone.
They'll never believe us.
We have to try.
When they got to Jerusalem, they told the 11 disciples what had been hard for them to believe, but what they knew to be true, what God had known would happen all along, that Jesus had come back from the dead. He was alive. The end. Hey, great job, so-and-so show players. Oh no, they're going backwards again.
I couldn't resist. Cool story, Kellen.
Isn't it though? Those two on the road thought they understood what was going on. Then God goes and does something completely impossible by bringing Jesus back from the dead. I always think it's surprising how God's plan works out.
I know, but God plans for things like thousands of years in advance. How could we ever understand?
We probably can't, but it helps to kind of rewind and see how God has made things work out in the past. That way, even if bad things happen or things we don't understand, we can trust that someone who is bigger and smarter than we are has got things under control.
I wonder if God's got one of these.
Probably not.
Yeah. His is probably way bigger.
Sure.
Whoa, it's Bible story time with Kellen.
Oh, boy.
Now I'll leave you to
Wait,
it.
you
Bye.
Wow, that's someone who knows stuff was amazing. Makes me want to bake a pie.
I don't even know how to deal with you right now.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
That is awesome. Well, hey, that's all the time we have today, Felina. Thanks for coming on the show.
Well, I think the best thing to remember is that even if your pie recipe doesn't turn out the way you expect, you can still have fun baking it.
That's yummy. Any advice for someone out there who might want to learn how to bake a pie?
I still don't know why this is happening.
Oh, you know, apple, cherry, pecan, strawberry rhubarb, all the classics.
But hey, I don't have to know everything, right?
I'll have to try that. Hey, what are your favorite pies?
Sometimes it's better to be surprised.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there's no right or wrong way to eat a pie, but I like to just pick up a nice warm pie and just smash it in my face.
I know we already did this, but...
You know, I've always wondered, what's the best way to eat a pie?
Reveal the question! What have you discovered about God that surprised you?
My name is Felina Tossi, and I make pies.
Oh, well, welcome to the show. Who are you and what do you know?
It could be something that you've read about God in the Bible, or it could be something that God has done in your own life.
Welcome. Good to see you.
Talk about it together. And we'll see you again, hopefully right side up this time, on the So-and-So Show.
And I'm John.
We know who you are, John.
Welcome to the So-and-So Show.
And action.
Guys, here we go.
Oh, ow.
Marking.
Loud.
Rolling.
So what are you doing after the show?
Going to replace the batteries in this remote.
Ooh, that was good. Oh, thank you. What do I have to do to get some coffee around here?
Hey, John, are you ready to start the show? Now I'm confused.
It's so interesting to see how those two on the road to Emmaus thought that they kind of knew everything about what had happened to Jesus. And yet God shows up and does something pretty amazing and teaches them something entirely new about who God is and how God works. I have a kind of interesting object lesson for us to look at that I think will help us apply this to our daily lives today. Here I've got two cups. This cup represents somebody with a teachable spirit, somebody that is humble, all right? And this cup right here represents somebody who would be considered a know-it-all or somebody who is prideful, okay? And then this bowl right here represents all of the knowledge that we can gain in our lives. All right? So, each day we have the opportunity to fill our cup up with knowledge. All right? All of us have the opportunity to fill our cup up with knowledge. Now, somebody who is humble is going to empty that cup every day because they know that they don't have all of the answers. But each day, their cup is emptied so that they can learn and they can grow more. So this happens at school, this happens with sports, this happens with church and their faith. And over time, every day, they're learning and they're growing more and more, and their knowledge pool continues to grow. And over time, they have all of this knowledge because they've emptied themselves every day. They've been humble and open to learning more, and they gain all of this knowledge over time. Now, somebody who's considered a know-it-all or prideful or thinks that they have all the answers, their cup isn't emptied every day. Their cup just kind of stays full. And what happens when they try to get their cup filled each day? It just overflows. And their knowledge pool is never able to grow, right? Because they already think that they have all the answers. So this person over here was arrogant and prideful. They never emptied their cup, and therefore they weren't able to learn anymore. But this person, who was humble, every day emptied their cup, and every day was willing to learn and to grow more. And in the end, they gained so much more knowledge than this person over here. So this week, I want you to think about how you can be humble in your day-to-day life and be somebody that is open to learning and to growing and to have a teachable spirit. And think about this. What have you learned about God lately that has surprised you? Like the two that were on the road to Emmaus, who thought that they knew everything about God, everything about Jesus, and yet were so surprised when their eyes were open to something new. What is something that God has taught you lately that has surprised you? If you want to, you can let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear, like, how has God surprised you lately? And with that, that is our Zone 45 on the go for this week. I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Have a happy and safe weekend. We'll see you all soon.